Good day everyone, I'm Andrea Marie de la Roca, and today we're going to present the 5102's beer game. So you might be wondering, what is a beer game? The beer game simulates a four-stage supply chain: the retailer, wholesaler, distributor, and the factory. Beer game is a role-play supply chain simulation that lets students experience typical supply chain problems. In the beer game, students enact a four-stage supply chain. The task is to produce and deliver units of beer. The factory produces, and the other three stages deliver the beer units until it reaches the customer at the downstream end of the chain. So what are the tasks? The task of each supply chain is to produce and deliver units of beer. The factory produces, and the other three deliver it until it reaches the external customer at the end of the supply chain. The orders flow upstream, while deliveries flow downstream in the supply chain. The aim of the players is simple. Each of the four groups has to fulfill incoming orders of beer by placing orders with the net upstream party. An important structural aspect is the delay, or the time lag. In order to account for logistics and production time, each delivery and production order requires 2 rounds until they are finally delivered to the next stage. The game is played in rounds, which simulates the weeks. Using materials provided, players have to carry out the following steps in each round: receive incoming orders, send out deliveries, receive incoming deliveries, decide on the amount to be ordered, and update the play sheets. Players are not allowed to communicate. The only information they are allowed to exchange is the order amount. There is no transparency as to what stock levels are or the actual demand is. Only the retailer knows the external demand. Since the communication and collaboration are not allowed between supply chain stages, the players invariably create the so-called bullwhip effect. So what is a bullwhip effect? Bullwhip effect, also known by the names whiplash or whipsaw effect, refers to the effect that the amount of periodical orders amplify as one moves upstream in the supply chain. Small variations in demand at the retail end tend to dramatically amplify the supply chain, with the effect that order amounts are very erratic and can be very high in one week and almost zero in the next week. The consequences of the bullwhip effect are high stock levels, poor customer service levels, poor capacity utilization, aggravated problems with demand forecasting, and high cost and low levels of interfirm trust.
Step 1. Slide the coins. Each position slide their coins at the same time by placing each hand on a shipping delay box and sliding the coins over one box. Step 2. Fill orders. The retailer looks at their weekly order card and then takes the needed amount of coins from their current inventory and pushes them up to the customer. Step 3. Place the orders. To place orders, you write the amount of cases you would like to receive and place the slip face down in the orders placed box. The retailer, wholesaler, and distributor do this the same way. As for the factories, they write the desired number of cases on a slip and place it in their production request box.
Step 4. Fill out forms. The last step is to fill out form, and each position does this the same way. Write down the number of cases you have in your current inventory and any amount of backlog you may have and the number of cases you requested. The distributor and manufacturer do the same thing. They look at their incoming orders, push the needed amount of coins to the shipping delay, and then slide the order's placed slip to the incoming orders box. The factory checks the incoming orders and pushes the number of cases to the shipping delay. Then they also have to check their production requests and put the number of coins into the production delay from the raw materials.
summarize, the factory produced the raw materials, while the other three stages delivered the beer units to the customers at the downstream end of the chain.
The beer game shows us how small variance in consumer demand can disrupt supply chains. It teaches how inventory and order levels tend to amplify supply chains caused by small demand variations. This is what we called the bullwhip effect.